countdown, no shit like that. Like I just get on into it, man. You know, I don't do the foreplay. You know, I just jump right in. You know, yeah. All right, y'all. So here we are. We back live again. Got a familiar face here. Haven't seen my man in a minute, but Big Mike here from Did You See That is in the house, and I'm telling y'all off rip. Okay, anybody watching, be nice. Okay, be nice because I think I might know where this stream is gonna go, and be fucking nice. This is all subjective. Okay, so if the man speaks anything negative about the movie, be nice. All right, or I'm gonna go Patrick Swayze Roadhouse and not be nice to you. Catch my drift? Mm-hmm. All right, with that being said, Mike, welcome back, man. How you been, bro?
Bro, thanks for having me, man. Yeah, I've been good, and it's great to collab once again. Thank you so much for having me on the channel and recommending this movie.
Yeah. And this movie, we're talking about the Last Dragon, or when it was first released, it was called Berry Gordy's The Last Dragon. So, yeah, you know Berry Gordy is, right? Okay, well, you heard of Motown Records?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Motown, yeah. So he's the guy that started Motown Records. So, you know, Diana Ross, the Supremes, Jackson 5, Marvin Gaye, and Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. You know, he's responsible for Motown, right? So he wanted to take his success with Motown music and say, well, let me get into movies. So he produced movies like Lady Sings the Blues with Diana Ross and Mahogany. And then in the 80s, he wanted to go into the martial arts world where he says, okay, let's do a movie where we bring martial arts, music, just the zaniness of the 80s and black culture, Asian culture, and put it all together in one film. And that's how we have The Last Dragon.
Nice.
Right. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's a little history for you there. Upon release, this movie did not make a lot of money because I feel like at the time the studios didn't know how to market it, because you're talking about 1985 where there wasn't an explosion of black films. That was in the 70s. Okay, in the 80s, black folks were now sidekicks or the bumbling idiot or the breakdancing best friend. Okay, right. So there weren't many black heroes on screen back then. You know, the one black hero we did have was Mr. T, and he got knocked the fuck out by Rocky. Okay,
right.
You know, we have Apollo Creed, but he's getting killed by predators and shit. So there wasn't a lot of black heroes in the 80s, but here we have now Bruce Leroy, and then we have even a better antagonist, Sho'nuff, played by Julius Carry III. So real quick, I'm just gonna go into my experience watching this movie. I first saw it on video back in 85 when it first came out as a little kid. Saw it many times on TV, on cable, rented the movie, dubbed it, statute of limitations, okay? Bought it on DVD, you name it. I've watched it like throughout my life, right? And then they just re-released it for a 40th anniversary on the big screen at AMC. Took my son with me to go watch it, right? But he's seen it also too. But Mike, watching it on the big screen was just a totally different experience watching this movie, bro, because everybody there were fans. We had people dressed up like Sho'nuff. You had Sho'nuff, Bruce Leroy t-shirts. There were fans of that movie, and whenever Sho'nuff would speak, or you know, if there was a memorable line, everybody in unison would quote it. So if Sho'nuff first walks in and he's like, "Am I the meanest?" Everybody, Sho'nuff. Am I the baddest? Sho'nuff at the same time. And I'm like, I love this. This is fucking great.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike, it was such a good experience. All the seats were filled, and it was like watching it again for the first time. The theatrical experience that I wanted as a kid, I got that now at 46 years old. So I'm gonna get my rambling out the way. That's my experience with The Last Dragon. I love this movie, but I decided to share it with you because you ain't seen shit. To anybody watching, Mike ain't seen shit. So had to put him on The Last Dragon here. So Mike, I'm gonna give the floor to you, bro. Don't be scared. Speak your truth. There's gonna probably be some people talking shit because people love this movie, but speak your truth, my man. Last Dragon, first time watch. What did you think?
Yeah, of course. Well, firstly, I'm glad that you got to have that experience in the cinema because, especially like a movie you love, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you never got that experience as a kid in the cinema. You now get on the 40th anniversary, and everyone's there who just like the fandom rocked up at that point.
Right.
Hey, whoever that is in the chat.
Miss D, okay.
Hey, hope you're doing good.
Right.
So yeah, like you got like have like that such great experience, and I kind of wish I had that for my first ever watch. You know, and I just experienced like the kind of cult following it's gained. Because before you told me about the title, I was like, "What the heck's The Last Dragon?" I thought it was Bruce Lee movie, right? That's like what I thought of this. But no, it's Bruce Leroy.
You
know,
Bruce Leroy. I know who could beat you. Yo, think about it, man. If it wasn't for that kid, all this would have never happened, right? If that little kid would have never said, "I know who could beat you," we would have had no movie because Leroy wouldn't have said shit and shown up would have left the theater. No rivalry. But go ahead.
Now, that little kid ain't shit. There you go. That's your next series, Rashad. Him right there.
I know, right?
But yeah, bro, like in terms of my thoughts, okay, great question. I think this is the perfect example of a good bad movie.
Okay.
Like it's stupid, it's out there, it's fun, it pays homage to Bruce Lee and Enter the Dragon and a few of his other movies. And there's plenty of times I laughed in this, there's plenty of times I had a smile on my face. The music is fantastic.
Yeah.
So I only watched it yesterday, and even today when I was in work in the background, I had the Last Dragon soundtrack just playing on Spotify for them a whole day.
Nice.
Like
nice.
The Glow. Oh, you are the last dragon. I'm a bad singer, so I'm trying not to.
It's all right. That's all good.
But man, like the music was awesome. Maybe apart from one or two songs, but like the soundtrack's great. And this is the epitome of like bad acting, but like done in like a fun way at the same time.
Right.
So yeah, obviously like nitpicks, like the acting's not great, right? Like if you do like really put your critic hat on, sorry, you're gonna be like, nah, like Vanity's terrible.
She was. And Mike, I didn't realize how bad her acting was until I went to see it on the big screen. And I told my son afterwards, I was like, oh my gosh, she is bad. But she was gorgeous though. I'm like Vanity back then was eye candy. I mean, you can see it now. Like looking at her, you're like, wow, that's a beautiful woman. Vanity's probably like top 10 most beautiful woman God ever created. You know what I'm saying? Like she's a whole cheat code, man. But oh my goodness, when she opened her mouth to speak, are you okay? Wow, oh, I can't believe it. Are you okay? Oh my God. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong?
Yeah. Just like unnatural dialogue, really.
Yeah.
But no, I agree. Like, beautiful woman, great voice as well. By the way, I know she's a singer, but like, really great voice. And I can see why she was cast like as like the eye candy, right? Like, whoever went to see that movie originally was like, wow, okay, And she also had a name for herself. People knew of it, so it's understandable why they wanted like some kind of name in the movie, even if she couldn't act. They were like, yeah, her, Yeah, I also think like the chemistry between her and Ty Mack isn't great. They play him out as like such a loser. Although he's meant to be like this guy who catches bullets with his teeth, right? Like, like a cool ass character he's supposed to be, but he's like a loser. The whole time I was rooting for his younger brother. I was like, he's the best character.
Right.
And by the way, rest in peace to most of the cast. Unfortunately, I was reading that most of them dead now, which is crazy.
It's crazy, yeah. I think he was the last one to pass away, the brother. Yeah, I think he was the last one to go. But you know what? I've heard other people say that, Mike. You're not the only one. I've heard other people that didn't come up with this movie that watched it later on, like you did. They say, yeah, Richie is he's more interesting than Leroy is. Leroy, I guess he's supposed to be like this stoic type character, like he's like this Zen, monk type character or whatever. And I guess for his acting style, it does fit because he's not really an actor. So for what his character was, I feel like he did a good enough job to play that. But yeah, Richie was the more entertaining. Like he's the guy that was, when he would say like, yeah, man, you're weird. You're just weird, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he called him out on his, on his no women skill. Let's just say that.
Right. Yeah, you don't even have a paintbrush. You gotta have the moves, baby. You gotta have the moves. Like, it's so 80s, man. I don't know if you. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go on.
Yes, I think we have like a little delay going on here. Yeah, I don't know if you know, but Vanity started out with Prince. That was Prince's protege. Yeah.
Nah, because like after I watched the movie, I normally go on IMDb and like look at the trivia. But because we had this stream, I was like, I'll wait because I'm sure like you'll probably throw a lot of trivia in here anyway.
Right.
Yeah, but I generally didn't know who Vanity was before this movie. And then afterwards, I was like, "Oh, okay, that's Vanity. Okay,
that's Vanity." Yeah. Well, she started, because Prince he created a girls group called Vanity Six, and it was Vanity and like two other girls, and I think their biggest hit was it's a song called "Nasty Girl," and that was Vanity Six. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you heard the song before, but you just don't know it by name. But I'm pretty sure if you look it up, I've heard that before. Yeah, so she's got a song called "Nasty Girl." He's So Dull. And both songs are written and produced by Prince, and she came up under Prince, but then they had a falling out around when Purple Rain came out. They had a falling out where she went on her own, she went solo, and that's when she went off to do The Last Dragon, and then later on she did Action Jackson with Carl Weathers.
Okay, I've heard of that one because I think you've spoke about that movie before.
Right. So she was big in the 80s, man, but unfortunately, she kind of got into the whole 80s drug thing, where she was doing a lot of drugs and stuff, and kind of went downhill. Then she became a preacher, and then later died of I think she had kidney disease or something like that when she passed away. But she was the shit back then. Like, she was so beautiful, Mike. Nobody cared about her acting. Like, I didn't realize how bad it was until I rewatched this. I said, oh my God. And like you said, the chemistry she had with Taimak, because he's not really a good actor either, it felt awkward. It felt, weird. But this whole movie is weird though. So the bad acting and everything kind of fits the tone of this movie, which is almost like I guess you could say like a circus almost. Like there's just so much going on here, but it's entertaining as shit. Like, would you agree with that?
Right. Yeah. There's a lot going on in the movie, and like the kissing scene between them was awkward as well.
Yeah.
I was like, it's meant to be like this sexy, like sensual scene, and you're meant to be like, woohoo, go, come on, Bruce, you go for it, man. And I'm just like, oh, bloody hell. I was like, nah.
It wasn't there. Yeah. So, okay. So Richie was your favorite. So was Richie your favorite character, the brother?
He was my favorite character. But then right at the end, I know we voice note yesterday. But like in the big action, like third act, where it's like a big action scene, like there's like people fighting amongst, like this basically like a big hall of people just fighting.
Yeah, that was dope.
And the little kid who's like the martial artist you mentioned, I was like, wow. I was like, where's this character been the whole movie?
Right.
He was great.
Yeah, that's Ernie Reyes Jr., man. He went on to be like a big stunt person. He was in the first two Ninja Turtle movies. Like I told you yesterday, he was a Donatello stunt double, and then he played a character named Kino in the second movie. And he was also in Surf Ninjas, The Rundown with The Rock. He has like a whole like list of movies, man, but it's mostly stunt work. But yeah, that guy, he's incredible. And he fought professionally in Strikeforce. He's 3-0 as a mixed martial arts fighter. Yeah, he's the shit, man.
Yeah, he was cool as hell.
Yeah.
Johnny's friend, right?
In
the movie, I think he was like Johnny's friend or something.
The
guy who wants to. So like that guy we're talking about, the stunt guy.
Oh, Ernie Reyes Jr.
He was he was like Johnny's friend.
Oh yeah. I think that was you know what? All these years I thought that was his little brother, but I guess he was just a friend or a homie or whatever. I guess so. But well, you know what? And I didn't realize how good he was either until I watched it on the big screen. I said, Johnny is actually a really funny character, man.
Yeah.
He got some of the biggest laughs, like when I went to go see it, like when they were in the dojo, and he says, "Yeah, you're always teaching us about the art of fighting without fighting. I take a step further. I mastered the art of fighting without knowing how to fight."
Yeah, it's true.
He was really good. He was really underrated as a character. What you think about him?
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like it was I just felt like it was a lot of fun, and the scene when like Bruce Leroy's getting ready at the end.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about Sho'nuff, don't worry.
Oh yeah. Apollonia, yeah.
But yeah, no, Johnny was cool. Like the scene what made me laugh as well is when Bruce Leroy's getting ready towards the end, and he's like, right, I've got to go now, and he's getting all of his gear on. And he's got that cupboard of all the weapons and stuff, and he ends up locking Johnny into the cupboard. And he's like, no, Johnny's like, I'm gonna come with you. Don't worry, I got your back.
Yeah. He's like, look, I'm afraid of the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really good. I'll say the two underrated characters in this movie for me, rewatching this again, right, was definitely Johnny's character and the other bad guy. What is his name? He's the other villain, Eddie Arcadian.
Yeah,
he was so good.
He was, as a villain, yeah.
Just over the top, like he kind of reminds you of, if you watch the Three Stooges, he kind of reminds you of Moe from the Three Stooges.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say so. I was getting kind of vibes of what's he called? The bad guy in RoboCop.
Clarence?
Yeah, I was getting kind of Clarence vibes to an extent as well. Like just stupid over the top.
Clarence wasn't over the top, man. Stop the disrespect. Clarence was not over the top, Mike.
Hey, I like Clarence. No diss on Clarence.
No diss. Yeah, Clarence was cool. Yeah. No, Eddie was like, he almost had the personality of like a 1930s New York gangster. With that big New York accent. You're like, yeah, shut up, fix your face, shut up, Rock. You lost, right. Rock. You lost.
Yeah, he had that kind of vibe. Good shout, actually.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he had that like that old gangster type talk, and then by the end, when he started going crazy, when he was obsessed with getting Leroy, and he was in the DJ booth or whatever.
Yeah,
like, what I'm saying. I'm like, this dude, he's just so cartoonish. Like he's like a cartoon villain almost, man. And he was hilarious. Yeah, very very underrated character in this movie.
Yeah, I would say perfect cartoon villain in a movie. Like that's what you want. That example right there. Bro, like I'm dying to talk about Sho'nuff though, man. Like he was great.
Well, let's get into it, man. Go ahead, Sho'nuff.
So the one scene, I'll tell you what, this was my favorite scene in the movie, and also made me laugh at the same time. So, obviously this whole time, they've got like the movie theater scene, which is great to start with. But my favorite scene is when he goes to Bruce Leroy's dad's diner.
Yeah.
Right. And he starts smashing up the joint, and he's like, you tell him anytime, any place, or you name the place, and I'll be there.
Right.
So they all smash the diner, and they put little Richie in the trash bin or trash can, right?
Yep.
And it's so funny the fact that like he's just had this speech about anytime, anywhere, I'll be there, name it. As soon as he starts to drive off, Leroy shows up.
He shows up.
I'm like, could you not just check the mirror in the car, and he's right there?
Yeah, I mean, well, they were probably too busy in the van laughing. Like, did you see what I did to that place? Probably not paying attention,
Right.
Because you got to think that they wrecked the whole shop. You threw little Richie in the trash. Disrespected his parents. What do you say? I'm looking for that little punk who thinks he's a kung fu master. He says, "Oh, you mean Junior?" Yeah. Junior.
Yeah, because at first he's like, I'm looking for Bruce Leroy, and the dad's like, well, that's me.
Yeah, he's like, I'm Leroy Green. Who are you? Yeah. Who am I? Sho'nuff. Yeah, man. What'd you think about his henchmen? His little crew. Do you think did they match Sho'nuff's vibe, his aura? Or were they just like unnecessary? You think?
I wouldn't say unnecessary. I don't think they matched his aura. But I did like the fact that they got involved in that diner scene and started smashing stuff and smashing the glass.
Right.
But I think the whole point was them just to be there as like lackeys or like easy to defeat, and then build Sho'nuff as this monster.
Right.
Which he was. That guy was built.
Well, okay. So Well, let's address the elephant in the room here because everybody always picks at this when it comes to Sho'nuff, right? Everybody I know of that I always talk to about this movie, they say, why is he always wearing shoulder pads? He's always got these big ass pads on, right? Okay, did you notice that he's always got big shoulder pads on?
No, not really. No.
Okay, well, a lot of people bring that up, and then they make the observation. They say, okay, we notice he's got really skinny arms. He's kind of looks like a slender guy, but the whole thing behind that is the actor Julius Carry III, rest in peace, was not a big guy. He was built more like a basketball player. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So he's about 6'6", 6'7". He's a really tall guy, but he's like slender. He's not a big guy. So the shoulder pads gives him a little bit more depth, you know, say more mass.
Right.
So yeah, so even when he's sparring, when he's sparring with the at his dojo, he's still got all these big ass shoulder pads. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, even when he fights Bruce Leroy. Yeah, when he fights Bruce Leroy, at the end, he's got the gi on, but if you notice under the gi, he's got shoulder pads under there.
Wow. Nah, I didn't notice, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, that goes to show how good his performance was. That means he did his job so well as an actor. You didn't notice the big shoulder pads, and you didn't even notice the fact that he's not even a martial artist.
Nah, yeah. I think he sold the illusion that he was just like a martial artist, that he was like someone not to be messed with as such, you know.
Right. Funny story. I was watching an interview with Taimak. He went to a Comic-Con, and can you hear me okay, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure there's no delay. So he was at a Comic-Con. He told a story about how Julius Carry Sho'nuff always stayed in character. Like he was always Sho'nuff all the time. Like he was like, you know, I guess in character actor mode. And so as Sho'nuff, he's always antagonizing everybody, right? Like he's always in people's face talking shit. And said he would try to pick fights with Taimak all the time, who's an actual legit martial artist, right? So he would like pick fights with them. So most times he's like, man, go ahead, man. You know, you crazy going somewhere. And he said he caught me on one day, man. I was not in a good mood. I was not feeling it. And he came starting shit with me. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to kill this guy. And he said he like came after him and said, Sho'nuff in full Sho'nuff gear, like a little girl, ran around the whole set, trying to get away from set. Taimak chased him around the set. And he ran trying to get away from him. Imagine that. Bro. Yeah. Imagine that, seeing Big Bad Sho'nuff like, oh shit, let me get up out of here.
Bro, I mean, like when you messed with a real life martial artist, and he said like on a bad day, yeah, they ain't gonna stand for that.
They're not gonna stand for that. But he was so good though, man. Like just watching him on the big screen, bro. He commanded every scene he was in. He was like every time you saw him, he just looked menacing. It was like you couldn't take your eyes off the screen. Like he was so good in that role, man. I say he's probably like one of the top cinematic villains of all time in my book. Like
it kind of felt like a comic book character, like ripped from the page. Yeah, I liked him as a character. I thought it was really cool. And like just when you're right, like when he came in the scene, he demanded it. Like when he came into like the movie theater, he commanded the movie theater, you know, like, and I thought that was great.
Right. Even like, and it takes a good actor to do that because, like I said, Leroy is such a stoic character. You're not going to get a lot of emotion out of him or a big reaction out of him. So thank God for Sho'nuff, you know, he balances that out. So while he's sitting eating popcorn with chopsticks, you know, and he's like, you know, like, come on, like, get your ass up, Leroy. I got something real for your ass in these hands. You know, he sells the fight like that. Now I want to see this fight. I want to see these two fight because this guy's talking so much shit that I want to see him whoop his ass. And that's how you sell fights, right? That's how you sell wrestling matches. That's how you sell boxing matches. You know, you have to have one guy that you want to see get his ass kicked. And that's what Sho'nuff did, right?
Yeah, I agree. One thing I really liked about the movie, though, is also the fact that they homaged Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, like, with the title, The Last Dragon, because I originally remember you said the title, and I was like, is that a Bruce Lee movie?
Right.
But I like the fact, I think they made the best decision to like homage it than rip it off.
Right.
And there is obviously elements that do rip off, of course. You know, there's one scene particularly, he's literally in that like the yellow fit that Bruce Lee wears in a dragon. But yeah, I think it was a good decision to like homage it and be like, you know, like they're watching this movie on the movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think they went the right decision with that.
Yeah. Bruce was the guy, man. And when that movie came out, it like Bruce Lee had a resurgence, because not saying that he was forgot about, because Bruce Lee was still a legend back then. But when Last Dragon came out, and you know, little kids like myself that weren't born when Bruce Lee was doing his thing, you know, back in the 70s, now we're like, well, shit, who's this guy? So we all went to the video store. We went to Chinese Connection, Into the Dragon. Now we're doing Bruce Lee shit. You know, it just brought it back. It just brought it back full circle. Because Bruce was the guy, man. That dude was, you know, he was that dude. You know, even show enough people had to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Remember the one guy? He was like, "That's the only man that stands between show and total supremacy." Whatever the fuck that means.
It's true. It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because no one else was stepping up to show enough at that point. So.
Nah. I mean, we had the one guy with the fat guy with the pink crop top on. You know, why don't you sit down and shut up? Why don't I what? Why don't I sit down and what?
Yeah. But I mean, he got his comeuppance, so I mean, he should have at that point.
All right. So yesterday, right, we were talking a little bit about this, right? You were saying one of the things that you didn't like also about this movie was the glow aspect of it, right? Which was the point of the movie. Bruce Leroy's whole quest was to get to the final level and to get the glow, you know. But you wasn't a fan of that, so elaborate on that, will you?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, the song's great. The glow song's great. It just felt very like Mortal Kombat-esque. I guess I wasn't expecting it. I know the whole point you said, like, look, the whole point was to get to the final level.
Right.
And then teasing it from like his master, and then he's going on this mission to find, you know, what his master sets out to do, which felt very Miyagi kind of like.
Okay.
From the guy. But yeah, I just like when the effects came in, I mean, the effects don't hold up, right? Obviously, it was the 80s.
The effects don't hold up? No.
It's very cartoonish.
Dog, that one, if you freeze that shot with show enough guy has the red glow, right? And that like that look on his face, and he's like, when you freeze that shit, it looks badass, man.
Yeah, so to add to that, yeah, so the effect when it first comes on the red, I was like, oh, okay. But then when he starts moving his hands like this, you can tell like it's like the green screen CGI that got going on there.
Right.
And it kind of took away a little bit. But again, that's kind of like nitpicking the movie, right?
Okay.
Like the effects don't fully hold up in those scenes.
Okay.
But again, it felt very Mortal Kombat, very kind of cartoon, like come to life. I guess that's kind of the best way to describe this movie, like a cartoon comic book strip come to life, really.
With a bunch of music videos,
yeah.
Because you mentioned the music being a highlight, and like I was telling you earlier, you know, Berry Gordy was the executive producer. So Berry Gordy, every chance he got, if you rewatch the movie again, you'll notice every chance he gets, he always tries to plug in a song from his label, you know, because at the time he was still over Motown, and he was trying to bring Motown, because Motown had fell off for a little while, and I guess he was trying to bring Motown back. So it's like, okay, let me use this opportunity to have my movie and plug a lot of my music into the movie as much as possible. And it kind of worked, because like people always say like the music in this movie is very good, you know. Yeah.
Oh, the music's great. I felt like there was I don't know, what's your thoughts about the music? Did you like every song that was featured or not?
The one song that didn't fit was the song where your boy was in the DJ booth, Eddie, and randomly this song comes on with this white chick, right? Fire. I was like, that's like, at first I'm like, is that Carrie Fisher? But then she looked like young Carrie Fisher for a minute, man. But then I was like, this song does not fit in this movie. But so I wasn't a fan of every single song, but I love the glow. I love The Last Dragon, Rhythm of the Night by DeBarge. Like that was they actually had a music video of that when it first came out. They used because back then they would use music videos to sell the movie. So they used DeBar's Rhythm of the Night to try to sell The Last Dragon, because that was like the biggest single at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Fire, I could have did without Fire. That shit was trash.
Yeah.
And my son loves The Glow. Like, he is obsessed with that song. I don't know if I told you, but after that scene where, the montage with Bruce Lee, after that scene went off, right, I started hearing this humming. It sounded like Gizmo and Gremlins whistling. You know how Gizmo sound? So I'm hearing, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm looking around like, what the hell? I said, and I looked at my son, right? So I kind of nudged him, and then it stopped. So I said, dog, is that you? And he's like, I love that song. I said, do that shit after the movie's over. Don't do it in the movie. Because he was humming it kind of loud. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. That's it's a very catchy song. Terrence, what up there, bro?
Yo,
it's me, man. Who else is gonna be if it ain't me? There's one element humans forget about this movie. Well, Terrence, I'm pretty sure you're gonna enlighten us what humans forget about the movie, man. I like Eddie Girlfriend song Dirty Boy. No, you don't. Nobody likes that song. Nah. Mike, you know the song she's talking about, right?
Yeah. I felt like there was a few songs didn't work. Like I like even Vanity songs at points,
Mm-hmm.
I got the whole point, to sell the illusion she's a big star and she is a real singer, obviously.
Right.
But I don't really feel like they did a lot with that storyline with her. She kind of has like this big moment, does this song, does this big number, the fans are like, woo, like cheering her and stuff.
Yeah.
But then the rest of the movie, she's like infatuated with Bruce Leroy.
Yeah.
She kind of goes as like a crazy fangirl for him. And I'm kind of like, it should be the other way around,
Facts, that's a good observation. I didn't think of it like that, because when he first saw her, like, he was like, oh my God, like, I just seen the greatest thing since Jesus walked on water. And like you said, it became more of her being obsessed with him. So yeah, that's a good observation. My son pointed out, my son was like, she's always in trouble. Like, every time I turn around, she's always getting kidnapped. And I said, that's a good point, son. She is.
It's true.
It's true. She got taken. Let me see. She got taken by well, they tried to take her the first time, and Leroy came and fucked him up. And then the second time, the big guy Rock took her, and then Eddie took her again. So yeah, I think she got kidnapped like 3 or 4 times in this movie.
Bro, like, what made me laugh is the first scene when she gets taken.
Yeah.
And like, she's like, oh, hi Stan, how are you? Or how's your night been, Stan?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, I'm not Stan or whatever, right? And they start to drive away.
Right.
And it seems as if they get quite far driving away, then the other goons come.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bruce Leroy just shows up. I'm like, wow, this guy's a quick runner.
Where the fuck did he come from?
Right. But yeah, that scene was kind of cringy though. Like, are you okay?
She's like, yeah. I think so. Oh my gosh. Oh, you really something, boy.
Yeah.
I'm just like, and people were laughing at that too. People like, Jed, trust me, we were all fans, bro, but we were laughing when shit got cringe like that. When she acted, it was like, oh God, this is so bad. Yeah. Remember the aftermath when they had to go back to Eddie to say what happened? And it was like, yeah, we got jumped by these big black guys. Yeah, black guys. With chains. Yeah, with chains. Oh, like, always has to be the black guy, man.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. Terrence is about to enlighten us with his Bruce Leroy wisdom here. The Last Dragon is not a dramatic action film. It's not Into the Dragon or Above the Law. It has comedy, family elements that makes the martial arts digestible for those who may find the genre tough. Right. Look at it. Look, here he goes. I can break down Last Dragon. Yes, Terrence, I know you can break it down for 10 hours, brother. By the way, this is a friend of mine, Terrence here. He's got a channel here, World's Finest Team Up. Check him out. He has a lot of content, and the brother can talk.
Well,
Terrence can go.
I love the thumbnail. He's got like half Batman, half Superman. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Oh, biggest Batman fan. Dude, this dude knows everything about Batman. He knows more about Batman than Batman knows about himself. All right. I'll put it that way. Yeah, but what was I talking about? So yeah, Vanity, constantly playing the damsel in distress. They didn't go much into her. Like they gave her that one song and that was it, right? Like she had that one music set. Because honestly, and I'm just keeping it real, man, and this is all respect to Vanity, but I know Prince was sitting somewhere while he was watching this movie saying, "I told you so." She's sucking on a lollipop. She's nothing without me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prince has that ability to make Mike. You say you can't sing. Prince can make you look like a fucking star because that's how a musical genius that he is, right? Vanity, gorgeous, is not the best vocalist in the world.
No.
Hence why they gave her one music set, right?
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like at times the plot of this should have been like Vanity was this big singer. She has this huge fan base. Although he's a historic character, and I get that. Like they should have had him as like he heard her sing, he became a fan, and like he wanted to get to know her, but like he had to attend her concerts and stuff like that.
Right.
Meanwhile, he's got all these villains after him and stuff, and that would have made her be more of a star in this.
Right.
And as like a big name, but after that one song, I say you're right. She's like a damsel in distress. She's like his biggest fan, right? And
right.
Oh, bro, what made me cringe, right, was the scene right at the end when it's like, it's like that happy ever after, and there's like all them people dancing and everyone's dressed in white.
Right.
And she looks out into the crowd. And here's Bruce Leroy holding some flowers, but his face is completely covered by that fan. I was like, why is he hiding behind the fan for?
Because he's shy, man.
Oh, man. I was like, as if he can't see you,
Hey, did I freeze on your end?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me, but you can't see me. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? I spoke too soon, so I'm gonna have to go out and then come back in. So,
okay.
Keep it going, man. I will be right back.
Okay, no problem. But yeah, so Rashad sent me over the task of checking out Last Dragon, which I checked out for the first time yesterday. Yeah, I didn't really know a lot about this movie. To be honest, I didn't even know about the cast or anyone included in it. I just heard it was called The Last Dragon. So yeah, checked it out. And I just got to say thank you to Rashad when he maybe plays or listens to this back, or anyone watching. I thank you for introducing me to this movie because I love bad movies. And this was a perfect example of like a good, or like it's so bad, it's good, it's funny kind of movie. Killer soundtrack. The acting, definitely questionable. And the ending, I mean, it's kind of predictable, right? You're going to kind of see where this is going to go and how it's going to end. But the ending, that scene I was just talking about, it's a little bit cringy. It's the fact that, like, again, like he's like at this point, right? She's seen him like multiple times. They've been having like on screen a kind of romance, chemistry. They've been getting to kind of like know one another, and he saved the day and all this kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden, this big dance floor kind of scene. Everyone's dressed in white, and he's all of a sudden like hid behind this like big fan display. And I'm just like, why? Like, why is he hiding? Right? It's not as if it's like the beginning of the movie. He's really shy. Doesn't really know her. Doesn't really know how to talk to women. At this point, they had kissed. They had, like he saved the day, and they kind of like knew one another as such. So for all of a sudden, for him to be like, I'm shy. I'm not really sure what to do now, and I've got these flowers, so obviously I'm going to give it to her, but I'm going to maybe wait for her to see me and come approach me. I was a bit like, kind of doesn't really make sense, to be honest, but I guess it is what it is. And then that's how I found at the ending. But I mean, I still had a pretty good time overall. If you guys are watching live, I'm sure you've probably seen this movie. I'm sure you're probably not like me, watching it for the first time ever. And have we got Rashad back? What's going on? I don't know.
Man, shit.
Oh, I can see you, but it's very slow. But yeah, you gotta.
Is it okay? Give me a second here. You know what? They done did all this shit with AI and everything, all these technological advancements, still can't fix fucking streaming glitch issues.
Yeah, right.
They make mistake. Yeah. Well,
good old Spectrum.
What did I miss, man?
I was just talking about the ending, and that was kind of about it, really.
Oh shit! It's fucking up again.
I think there's a delay.
Ending, okay. Am I back all the way? Can you? Okay, it's clear now.
I think so.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. All right, are we okay? Am I good?
Like, I can hear you fine. I think it's just a slight delay. I don't know.
Okay,
yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone's watching live, like, let us know if
if I refresh it, I hope it doesn't make it worse. Let me see.
Yeah, go for it, bro. I was just going to say, if anyone's watching live, yeah, let us know if like Rashad's glitching or he's okay, or maybe it's me that's lagging. I'm not too sure. Oh, he's gone. I don't know what's happening. Got a little technical difficulties, and this is what happened when you go live on YouTube. StreamYard can either be really good, and it's like perfect, doesn't glitch for the whole stream, and you're like, wow, okay, like, you know, this is a really great platform, and then you get moments where you have it like this, and it's just like, yeah, I'm not really too sure. Okay, so StreamYard's funny sometimes. Yeah, definitely agree. It can be very temperamental. Yeah, I think it's I think it's one of those where
Okay.
All
right.
I don't know, Rashad, are you there?
Yeah, okay, I can hear you. Can you hear me good now? Oh Lord, this is crazy, man.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me at all? All right. Lord have mercy. Jesus.
Is it just me? Because I can't hear Rashad.
Okay,
it looks like
Rashad, StreamYard is now fired.
But I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Okay, well, StreamYard's now fired. Okay, when I go live again, I'm gonna have to figure out something. No, can't hear me? Shoot.
Nah, hold on. If you can hear me, I'll go out and I'll come back in, possibly.
Let's see. Okay, well, he said I could hear both of us, but you can't hear me though, right, Mike?
Okay. I can't hear Rashad, so I'm not sure what's happening there.
Yeah. Huh.
I've got my foot.
Okay, what about
Let
now?
me go out and come back in.
This is some shit. Let me tell you something. Whoever's still here, yeah, stream. This is my last time doing StreamYard, man. Shit. I mean, I might get on if somebody invites me, but man, I ain't. This shit's trash, bro. Or it might be my damn laptop. I don't know. Maybe I need to get a new damn laptop. I had this motherfucker for about a few years now. Boy. Well, if I get back, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up because yeah, StreamYard fucking up. And let me see.
Yo, hey man.
All right. Okay, are we back?
I can hear you now. Yeah, I just think it's still lagging a little bit, but I'm not sure what's happening.
Still lagging a little bit. All right. Well, look. Well, while we have a little bit of time here. Let's we go ahead and wrap this up, man. I'm ready to throw this laptop out the fucking window.
Right.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Mike, we're gonna go wrap it up, man, because this shit ain't getting no fucking better. So, bottom line is, you thought the movie was okay, but not great. You said it was a bad, good time, right?
Yeah, like it was a bad, good, fun time. It's a one that I would watch again. Like I think I said this to you. Like, if you were to put Enter the Dragon on and then this movie on as like a double feature, I think you'd be in for a great time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Well, you know how I feel, man. A plus for me, and add 5 more pluses to it after seeing it on the big screen, man. This is such a great time, bro. But with that being said, man, you can go ahead and plug your channel in, what you got coming up, and then we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here.
Yeah, well, thanks, bro, for having me. Firstly, and thanks for putting me on for this movie. This was a blast. Yeah, so my channels, did you see that? I just dropped a video of a bar I visited in Japan. Like a YouTuber opened a bar in Japan. I visited that when I went over there. And then apart from that, next week I'll be seeing Back to the Future on the big screen for its 40th anniversary in IMAX and 4DX. So expect to see some reviews of those.
Nice.
In the meantime, I'm not really too sure. What about you, Rashad? What you got coming up?
Well, I'm gonna be on my man Perp's channel tomorrow. We're wrapping up our Horror Never Dies podcast series, so that's gonna be the finale is tomorrow night, and we're also gonna be reviewing on that same podcast. We're reviewing Shelby Oaks, and I forgot the other movie that we're reviewing, but yeah, so that's coming up tomorrow, and I just dropped a review yesterday for Hereditary, second time watch. Yeah. Yep. And also I got another versus video, Psycho versus Psycho 2. So I'll be dropping that in a couple of days as well. Yeah, we're ending spooky season off with a bang, and that's about it, man. That's it, and that's all. So,
nice.
Yeah, so yeah, Mike, thanks for coming through, man. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties here, but at least we got most of the Last Dragon out the way and our thoughts about it, and I'm glad you somewhat enjoyed it. I thought you was gonna take a shit on it, but you didn't, so I appreciate that. And everybody, thanks for pulling up and commenting, and that's it, and that's all. All right, see you on the next video. Peace.
See ya.